Hello, Chef Marcus Guiliano here, and I'm your chef on a mission. Today's mission is business. You know, being an entrepreneur is definitely not easy. You look at any of these guys, even the guys who are multi-millionaires, still go through growing pains. They still go through issues. They still go through things. So whether you're an up-and-coming entrepreneur or you're a big-time entrepreneur, you know, just because you're up-and-coming, you know, you get thrown things in your way because it makes you a stronger entrepreneur. It makes you a stronger person. You get thrown things because that's just what business is, right? So recently I did a video how I got robbed, $3,000, my payroll account on my banking account, how people forged checks and went and started cashing them. Well, it got much worse than $3,000. It went up to 15 grand. And I was away in Las Vegas at the time at 2 conferences, and all my accounts were shut down. My home account, my business account, except for my Marcus Guiliano Productions account, which is something totally different corporation. But I don't have a cash card for that. There's money in that account, but I don't have a cash card for that. I don't have a debit card. My other 2 accounts, my business and my home, I have a debit card for. So that's how I go around and buy things with those 2 debit cards, whether it's a personal expense or whether it's a business expense. I don't really have a credit card that I use per se, so there's really no reason for me to even carry one around. So 2 debit cards, 2 cash cards, 2 bank accounts, and both of them were shut down in Vegas. This person who's doing this, or people that are doing this, you know, the police have done this investigation. They showed me pictures of the guy who's cashing the checks, right? They go, here's a picture of the guy who's cashing the checks, you know, and I'm like, okay, now what? Now what's your plan? So I guess, you know, they have to go through all the stuff to fully get all the information, because when they go to the judge, they want everything to be exact, and they want to be able to charge him and whoever is in, you know, the ringleader, who's ever doing this, because it's a 17-year-old kid. It's probably not the 17-year-old kid that's doing all this. He's doing it, cashing the checks for somebody, you know, and getting a percentage. So before they will go in and arrest this, who's ever doing it, they want to make sure they have everything set up. So they go to the judge with everything. So in the meantime, this is like a 3-4 week ordeal now. And the kid keeps going to cash checks every week. So now I had to switch both my bank accounts had to start over. You know, and in the wintertime when cash flow is slow, it's really tough to all of a sudden balance cash flow and balance money out. So now you're starting a new bank account. You're not sure what to pull out of the old bank account. Now we're telling the bank what checks we wrote and what checks they have to clear from the old bank account. Of course, there's overdrafts left and right because you're now splitting the money that you have into 2 accounts. And it's, you know, it's like, man, oh man, sometimes the toughest things get thrown at you. And, you know, it's like, I was in Las Vegas. I had no money. I had access to no money. I'm there for a week. No money. I had to borrow money from a friend. I actually had my other checkbook. My wife brought it when she came to that second conference. So I was able to write him a check from that other account that I had that I don't have a debit card, saying, you know, but I need to borrow money. But if I was there by myself or something, or it was just my wife and I wouldn't have had any money to borrow from anybody. Or if we were on vacation somewhere, I mean, it's crazy, really just crazy. You know, the things that happen when you're an entrepreneur. But, you know, entrepreneurs, you know, I wouldn't trade this job, my business. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade my business for a job, is what I'm trying to say. I could not go work for somebody. I could not go punch a clock, and work somewhere, even though I might get paid a lot more. My job, my business is my passion, and that's what thrives me every day. I have a lot of fun in the restaurant industry and doing the other things I do. I'm doing another speech next week, a business speech to a group. I really love connecting to other entrepreneurs. I have just finished my second book. So I love educating people on how to do business. And of course, I love educating people on food and healthy food in the restaurant industry. And I'm a people person, so I love talking to people. So of course I wouldn't trade it for anything, but man, oh man, if you're an entrepreneur and you hit those pitfalls, just keep plugging away. Those pitfalls are there for a reason. Make sure that you are running your business on passion. And if you're running your business on passion, nothing will stop you. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe, and leave some comments or questions.